You would think a Thursday night couldn't possibly hold the power to forever alter someone's life, right? Well, my dear listeners, think again. Because that's exactly what happened when a woman named Eleanor, our storyteller for this episode, found herself in a hidden speakeasy that very Thursday. Welcome to Based on Not a True Story, where the tales are steamy, the details are scandalous, and the truths are, well, a bit fictional. I'm Stella, and today, we're diving into an exquisite narrative packed with charm, mystery, and enough surprises to keep you hooked. Buckle up. Eleanor, a 27-year-old art curator with a penchant for red wine and spontaneous decisions, wasn't even planning a night out. She was supposed to meet her best friend Lydia for what she thought would just be a post-work happy hour at a quaint cocktail bar, until Lydia whispered two simple yet perilously enticing words: secret speakeasy. Picture this: an unmarked gray door in the middle of an unassuming alley. No signs, no crowds, nothing to suggest that behind it lies a world oozing with Prohibition-era allure. Lydia, grinning like she had just unlocked a level in a video game, produced a key from God knows where and unlocked the door. Eleanor rolled her eyes, but hesitated only briefly. Who was she to say no to adventure? Once they stepped in, the transformation was almost surreal. It wasn't just a bar, it was an experience. Think dim lighting, jazz music softly playing, and a long wooden bar where a tuxedo-clad bartender expertly mixed drinks under flickering Edison bulbs. Couples swayed to music, and the air smelled of expensive cologne and orange peel. Every detail whispered exclusivity and domination, a theme Eleanor would soon find hard to ignore. As they ordered their first cocktails, Eleanor's eyes caught him, a strikingly confident man, sitting alone at the farthest corner booth. Early 30s, dark wavy hair, dressed in a tailored navy suit that screamed old money. His gaze wasn't casual, it was deliberate. Like he wasn't just looking at Eleanor, but reading her entire autobiography in that single moment. Intriguing? Oh, you bet. Before Eleanor could crack the code on whether the alcohol was to blame for her heart racing, or if this really was one of those moment you never forget situations, Lydia excused herself to chat with acquaintances. And that's when it happened. With a smile that felt like a dare, the man signaled Eleanor over. Normally, she would have laughed off such brazenness, but tonight, something in the air, or maybe in that old fashioned she was sipping, nudged her to stray from her usually cautious path. As she approached, she noticed something unique about this man. He had an understated dominance. It wasn't loud or boastful. It emanated quietly, like gravity. He stood as she arrived, a detail not lost on Eleanor, and introduced himself as Sebastian. Just Sebastian, no last name. Mysterious, very speakeasy-esque. Their conversation started with innocent flirtation, but quickly developed layers. Turns out, Sebastian was a literary genius. Okay, maybe just a bookworm, but it didn't hurt that he quoted Neruda between sips of whiskey. Eleanor wasn't sure whether to be impressed by the depth of his insights or distracted by his chiseled cheekbones. And just as she felt herself slipping comfortably into this seductive bubble, he leaned in. Very close. Dangerous, heart-stopping close. He whispered, his voice smooth as the jazz playing in the background. Would you like to see the hidden room? Hidden room? Eleanor blinked, sure that this was the punchline of a joke, but Sebastian's smirk said otherwise. Against the better judgment that usually governed her every decision, Eleanor found herself following him down a narrow staircase behind an inconspicuous bookshelf. It was straight out of a movie. Actually, better. The hidden room, as it turned out, was a lavishly designed leather lounge, maroon accents everywhere, an opulent crystal chandelier above them, and velvet chairs sunk deep enough to make you rethink ever standing up. 3 more couples were speaking intimately, but all Eleanor could focus on was the neon sign hovering over the corner. private. Indeed, private seemed to be the rule of the night. There's a moment where you mentally tally the risks, and Eleanor had that moment. Except, instead of focusing on the risks, she zeroed in on the promise of an unforgettable memory. So, when Sebastian leaned in yet closer, pulled out a blindfold, and said with mischief dancing in his eyes, "Trust me?" Eleanor didn't just say yes. She wholeheartedly surrendered to the electricity of the night. I'll spare some of the details. This is, after all, a PG-13 show, right? Okay, maybe PG-13 plus. But oh, the way Eleanor told it, the night turned into a sensual journey of trust, boundaries, and incredible discoveries. Let's just say that when the clock struck 3 a.m., Eleanor had gained more than just a story to tell Lydia over pancakes the next day. She had also learned a thing or two about living fearlessly and savoring the unpredictable parts of life. And you know, Sebastian? He left her a little note that said, "To chapters yet unwritten," with a single red rose as a parting gift. While they never met again, Eleanor sometimes wonders if that's what the word serendipity really means. So, my darlings, the moral here: life is far too short for boring Thursdays. And perhaps, just perhaps, you'll find your own story behind an unmarked door. Until next time, stay seductive, stay curious. It's Stella, signing off.